Hey, Corey with Creative Roots Art. This is the No Brush Paint Challenge with a common canvas. Jeannie from Jeannie's Palette and myself, Corey with Creative Roots Art. We are the hosts for today. So this is an adorable mold that I got from Amazon. I love all that scrolling. So you saw I actually used hot glue. Very, very pliable, bendable, so I like it. So this board is just two pieces of, I think it's a palette board. And then I do use acrylics. And I mean, if you guys have questions on specific ones that I use, let me know that you see in here if you like it. But, you know, I used a couple different red colors. That purple you see, that shimmer, that is a Deco Art. It's one of the metallics, but I think it's called Color Shifting. Yeah, I love it. So I adhered two boards, two pieces of wood on the back of that to make it one. Okay, so see the baking soda? That is so significant, guys. I wanted that heart to be super thick. What I didn't realize though is that the palette board, it like literally absorbed right into that board, but it still had a lot of texture. So this is my favorite tool. This is a palette tool, and this one's metal and it has like the wood stand or handle. I got it at Amazon. I actually like the smaller ones, but I broke it. And I think in here you might see a little plastic one sitting, well, now it's under the palette. I broke it. That was my favorite one. It was tiny. I got it at the Dollar Tree. Okay, so I'm just taking, these are just some of my favorite colors. I've got a sage. I have, I think that's sky blue. I wanted that to be the background. I wanted that to be what the colors are. So I am doing a heart, but I don't know. This season, I just really like to use colors that you normally wouldn't see. I did that for Christmas as well. And probably fall too. But so yeah, I kind of mixed them a little bit. And, you know, I want that grungy look. I do love wood so much, but I felt like this needed a pretty good covering. Just, you know, to give it that, it's so, those grooves are so deep that it definitely still looks like wood. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm basically just using that as a brush, really. I scratch. I love to scratch. I usually do the scratch effect. I use my thumbnails a lot. I think I do that in here as well. But I'm trying to use that palette tool, you know, to save my fingernails. Oh, so I love my metallics, and it just quickly went by. But that's a new one. It's Extreme Sheen. I think it's Deco Art. I mean, it was Antique Bronze. Okay, so I do add those. My metallics are on everything. I sell every piece I have, so let me know if you're interested. I could link it. I could link my store. I have a couple pieces that I loaded in there. It's over on Facebook. But you can just go over on my Facebook, actually, Creative Roots Art. And we have a selling group on Tuesday. I'd love for you to check that out. That's Creative Roots Art Shopping Experience. So we do live painting. And we just feature a couple pieces. There's usually about 8 or 9 of us. It's an event, and we do it every Tuesday. Okay, so here I mixed, I think it's Ruby. It's Art Skills. Ruby and Cherry, okay? And then I felt like, oh, I wanted to have like a little bit of a pink tone. So I did take a little bit, I believe it was the buttercream. Or it's buttermilk. That's Americana as well. I guess I love that Americana, huh? Oh, so you just saw I sprinkled more of the baking soda because I realized as I started working with it. So I'm putting that on like you would spackle. And I did that with the background a lot too, but I did a lot of scratching. Yeah, so you could see I was already like, whoa, what's going on? The baking soda usually makes great thick texture, but you could use, you know, the lightweight spackle. What's the other one that I always use? Lightweight spackle. Oh my goodness, guys, I forgot. It's DAP, the DAP brand. Oh, Joint Compound. Yeah. So that's basically all I'm doing here is I'm just trying to get some nice texture and keep that nice and puffy. I was almost kind of like slapping it, you know, making little ridges in it. Oh, okay, so I'm showing you, that's a glue mold too. I did have that on video as well. It's kind of like a rope, so I'm not going to tell you, I'll have you see what it is at the end, like what that rope on the heart is. So I'm just kind of placing these around to see what would look pretty. You can cut them, I think I did. I cut them, you know, so that there's like some little ones. I just love this. And this was actually Pinterest inspired. It wasn't the glue mold or anything. I totally put my own spin on it, but it is inspired from Pinterest. So these, I don't think I painted them yet, right? That's just the regular glue, hot glue color. It was so hard for me to not use my little outlining brush, and that's why I show you guys, because I think I was saying, because I did, you know, I talked through the whole video. This would have been almost a 2-hour video, guys. Oh, see, that's that beautiful extreme sheen, I think, metallic deco art, and it's antique bronze. I love it, love it. But I wanted it to be more choppy, so I put a little bit of that sky blue. I think the sky blue is the Art Skills as well. I mean, I just have so many paints, guys. I use whatever I think it's gonna look good. But that sage, I have been using a lot of that. The sage, I want to say the sage is Craft Smart, which is Michael's brand. So here I'm painting now. Normally we would use a brush to get in, because it's really scrolly. There's lots of little like lines, you know, detail. But I used my fingers, and I painted them white. And I would absolutely outline that heart in my outlining brush if we were allowed to use it. So, I mean, basically all I'm doing is building it up. I had to stop and come back because it really needed to dry. I think I did that maybe 3 or 4 times. You know, and then I'm just repositioning, and I'm seeing if, you know, would it look cute to have a couple of the scrolly molds on the corners, but I decided it wouldn't. You know what would be really cute though? Big buttons. I didn't have buttons. I mean, I didn't have big ones. If I did though, that would be really cute there. This is actually still available, I believe. It's tiny. I mean, it's only like maybe a 10 by 10 at the most. Again, it was just 2 pieces of palette board that I connected. So here you're just seeing me kind of perfecting. Oh, I'm showing you this. I wanted a border. So I don't think it's on here. I actually did like the Mod Podge, you know. I wanted to do a crackle, and it was crackling. I did it right. It just didn't show up enough. So I just, you know, went ahead and did like that chunky, chippy look kind of around it. Oh, okay. So yeah, I stopped. But you see all the mold, they were still white. Okay. Oh no, is this not? You guys can't see it. Oh boy, I'm gonna see if I can reposition that. I did it so that I wanted to move it up closer. I didn't realize it went onto the camera. I'm sorry, but I'm just finger painting. That is how I do texture, even if I could use a brush. I mean, not texture. I'm sorry, blending. I use my fingers. So I just was making it. You know, I actually had to do that like 4 or 5 times because, like I said, that. I definitely should have put some kind of sealant on it, because on the board, because it did. My paints just kept on seeping right in. But look at, I added a light pink. I thought that was pretty. I really wish you could see the heart. I'm sorry. I think in the next one you'll be able to. I'm not really that good with the editing. I'm learning, but if I can, I'll go back and reposition that, pull it down a little bit. Darn it. Oh, see, I did a little bit of a splattery. You know, you can kind of just flick. You could use a I think I could use that, right? Yeah, you could use a toothbrush, which, I mean, you guys can use paintbrushes. It was just all in fun. Okay, so I'm doing the little scrolly molds that go around the heart, and I'm using black, burnt umber, and then like I said, I love my metallic, so I use that sheer, I say it different every time, Extreme Sheen Antique Bronze. It's by Americana. It's a metallic, so I use that, the black, the burnt umber, and then I used copper, which I know my copper is a Craft Smart metallic, and then I just use, like, I think it's called a real gold or bright gold. I have a couple different golds. I actually got one at the Dollar Tree. So that's just preference, because they have several different color golds. I was using a bright gold, so I'm using your fingers. It takes a little bit longer to get in those little grooves, but I believe I dry them, but I was saying in the video, because I am actually talking, be careful, because I was drying them so that they didn't get all over the heart, and it's hot glue, so it could melt. It didn't, but I was just wanting you guys to be mindful of that. You don't want all that work to just be melted. So I'm just placing this all around there. So Shabby Chic is like my absolute favorite. I love shimmer. I love like diamonds, but with chunky wood. I just love it. So I think this would be considered that, don't you? Shabby Chic or just vintage, right? So do you guys know what the bottom part is? The rope, and then you can see there's like a little square, maybe rectangle, that I have off to the side. So you probably figured it out by now. It is the key to my heart. Okay, there it is. So beautiful. Thanks for watching, guys.